Hello everyone. So today let me share yet another shell script to save lot of your time and do something very simple, which is I think very common thing to do when you are doing audit of your Jira instance. Now usually you have to. I mean, it is a good practice, but if you have been a Jira administrator or if you are maybe are supposed to maintain a good health of your Jira instance, then you have to, from time to time, make sure that you don't really have a lot of unused configurations, or you don't really have a lot of custom fields, or basically, the idea here is to keep an eye on your Jira instance, especially when you have more than one administrator, because not everyone is not all the Jira administrators are fully aware uh, of the damage, of the potential damage that they can do by creating 1500 custom fields and by creating like 50 issue types. Now, in this example, of course, I'm going to do very simple thing, but I think it can be really useful. Now, when you talk about configurations, the very first thing that you will probably do is take a look at your issue types, and this is of course the beginning of your configuration, because that is where things start. I remember when I used to train people on Jira, I used to talk about, I mean, of course, I used to first cover the Jira basics and fundamentals, but the very next thing, or the very first thing in the Jira admin part was the issue types. Now, if you look at this particular list of issue types, if you notice, of course, we are on cloud, and on cloud there are slight differences. If you look here, you have something called as asset bug, and if you just scroll down, you will probably not notice anything anything which is massively worrying here, because we don't really have a lot of issue types, and all the issue types look unique. But usually when you're working on Jira instances, this list can be huge, and you may need to maybe export this list somewhere to analyze it. On cloud, there is also this team managed projects, or I should say, or I used to say next gen projects, where you can always let your project managers or people who want to maintain their own project create their own issue types on the fly. And if you look here, I mean, if you notice here, this particular next gen project, it has these issue types called bug, story, task, and so on. Now, the list of issue types that you see here will not appear anywhere else, because they are project specific, and there is something called as a scope. Now, what I also did, I think I talked about this earlier, but I'm not really sure if I covered next gen projects earlier. There is this endpoint called REST API 3 issue type. If you use this endpoint, you can actually fetch the issue types, the JSON body. But there are a few things that you can definitely use here to analyze the data in one go. So if you look at one of the issue type, let us say you're looking at a system incident, you have something called as, of course, ID and name, which is useful. But you also have the subtask flag, which is either true or false. Of course, it is false right now because it is not a subtask, but this is really important and useful information. However, if we talk about the next gen projects, or those team managed projects, there is something called as a scope. Let me just search for it instead of scrolling. So for some of these issue types, like let us say bug, for example, bug within, like if you look at the issue types, you have of course bug here, and you also have bug within your next gen project. So if I maybe search, let me just search for the bug. So if you search for the bug, you will find, let me just try to expand everything so that we can figure out, okay, how do I expand everything? Okay, expand, or I'll just run it again. Okay, so we now have the JSON, expanded JSON, and if you look here, we have a bug, and this bug is right now, I can tell by looking at it that it is the global issue type, not really project specific or next gen specific issue type, because there is no scope here. But if I continue further, I can see here that there is not this one, but this is the epic, but this is definitely that epic was definitely project specific. Now we have one more bug. The name is bug, but there is something called a scope, and it will tell you the scope is the project, the scope type is project, and the project and the scope project ID is 10041. So this is the next gen project, or I should say team specific project. If you continue further, you can find maybe more, like we have more bugs, like this is I think the third one, and fourth one, and fifth one, and so on. So what I was doing is I was actually using this endpoint, and as I mentioned before, I have been playing with different scripts, especially shell scripts to basically fetch this information from your terminal. So if you look at this particular this particular endpoint, like right now I'm using Jira tutorial.atlassian.net, which is my URL, and then the endpoint is REST API 3 issue type. And what I'm doing here is, I think I talked about this. I mean, this is nothing but a simple REST call. If you make this REST call without any additional, I mean, I'm basically piping the JSON to JQ, which is a very nice utility, a command line utility to pass JSON, and then I'm only fetching the ID, name, subtask, and the scope type. So if I run this, and by the way, on top you can see here the headers like ID, name, subtask, and scope. If I run this, I will hopefully get let me just clear everything. So we are looking at issue type. The script name is issue types. So if you run this, you will get all the issue types, and as you can see, there are quite a lot, which is probably I mean, by looking at it, I was slightly worried because I thought I do have a lot of issue types, and I can see here that I do have bug, and I do have bug again. But of course, when I look at this bug, this is, I mean, right now this last null is telling me that the scope is the scope type is null. It means that it is the global one. It is not the project specific. But for the project specific one, we have the project string here that will tell us. So this information is definitely useful, and of course you can dump this information somewhere else. Let us say you want to maybe dump this to maybe your CSV file, issue types.csv, and if you run this, you won't get any output here. But if you take a look at the file here, this file will tell you. This file can easily show you the list of issue types that we just fetched, and of course we can use this to maybe analyze it or maybe send it somewhere. And of course, this is just one example to fetch this list. What I will be doing is I will be, as I think I did mention it in my last video or recent video, that I have started sharing these scripts online, and you can of course take a look at different shell scripts. Most of them are simple, and that is my intention. I want to keep them simple so that you can also run them easily. So let me just show you the repository. So if you look here, like Jira shell scripts, this is basically the repository that you can refer to, and you can download these scripts, and you can do a quick evaluation, or I should say audit, not evaluation but audit of your Jira instance. I mean, my intention, like always, is not to give you a proper solution. I mean, it might be a proper solution for you, but my intention is to, and my intention has always been, and it will be, to share the journey and to help you with your learning process, so you can also learn and do it yourself whenever needed. So that is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.